Introducing a man of many talents, musician, producer, actor, journalist, TV and radio presenter.
X, all of those.
Oh. And of course a global DJ. With me at Junk is Mr. Tim Sheridan.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
Good, thanks.
So I listed all those things. And who is Tim Sheridan at the moment?
I am. I am, nobody else is. Well, I'm thinking of starting an Australian tribute band of myself. So I don't have to go out.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's a hard question. So I'll just say I am he.
I am he. Fine. Doing my research on you, I read that you were writing a book on 20 years of dance music.
It was interesting because we got some funding from the BBC to do a documentary. We started filming it in Ibiza, and because of, this is about a year ago, and all the TV was caught in all these telephone scams, so everybody in TV just shit their pants and said they weren't going to do anything controversial, because apparently dance music is full of drugs, which we didn't have any drugs in it, but you can't even say the word dance music or Ibiza without people in TV just running a mile.
So at the moment, you're in the middle of a world tour. So where have you played so far? Can't remember.
Everywhere. I mean, there's a distinction between me as a DJ and Very Very Wrong Indeed, which is like a record label, and there's lots of youngsters on there. It's a bit like a kind of wonky house, white chess scheme. all the DJs, but most of the DJs that I'm involved in are all quite young and not really done much before, and I kind of bump into them on my travels, and they're all really good, and I just kind of working to kind of build a little stable of people who are all very good, and that's the end result that we're doing a tour.
Well, I heard that I've got a quote you described as Very Very Wrong Indeed, and wonky weirdo records that confuse the fuck out of everyone sober, never mind on head.
Well, no, it's because you get asked to kind of describe things all the time. It's like it's really difficult. It's I don't like labels, and when you quantify something, you own it. People need to quantify something. Shouldn't dismiss it because there's so much stuff going on. There's loads of things going on. People like to go, okay, I know that, boxed off, next thing. So if you get involved on a bandwagon, you go down with a bandwagon when it passes.
Admittedly, some things that go on in clubs are very, very wrong indeed. What's the wrongest thing you've ever done?
I think the wrongest thing I would ever do would be to answer that, really, because I'm not stupid.
Fair enough, okay.
I mean, it actually wasn't to do with that initially. It was a reaction to, I think the world currently is a very evil place. And I don't use the word evil lightly. I mean, there's some terrible, terrible things going on, and we don't seem to have learned anything. And when I first started this, it was I just really wanted to see all over, because I was doing it at terminals, I just wanted to see posters all over London that just said Very Very Wrong Indeed, and people would go, oh, why? And make them think a little bit about what was wrong with themselves and with the world and stuff like that. And it was quite a grand idea, which obviously was probably overshooting the mark a little bit, but it was just, you've got to have a snappy title, really.
Okay, and Tim, just want to finish on this one. You've been travelling the world as an international DJ for a few years, a lot of years now.
23 years.
So different cities, different countries, different continents. Have you ever woken up in your hotel room, thrown back the curtains, and just wondered, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, the phrase "waking up" there is probably a misnomer because there's a lot of sleeping going on. The curtains won't ever get thrown open if I can help it; they'll stay shut. You can't. I think it's really stupid and cheap to complain about a job like this. You know, I mean, the more you travel, the one thing that's interesting is there's actually more similarities and differences. And after a while, you tend to see the people are people wherever you go. People want to have a good time. And one thing's universal in sort of the global dance scene is the less money people have, the more they want to have a good time. So you go to London or New York and everybody's just bored and they've just got their arms folded and stuff. And you go to like South America or, you know, particularly like Argentina or Mexico, Brazil, where they've got no money, they go mental. Or Eastern Europe, and it's just a direct, it's like an equation, it's a direct parallel between how little people have got and how much they want to have a good time, and how much they've got and how little they know how to have a good time. And it's interesting. Again, it's economics, dance economics. You know.
Okay. Well, thank you for talking to us.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Brilliant.